Yo, what's up? What's up? It's the one and only hip hop gamer, Hot 97, Logitech G is going down, baby. What's up? Now, first off, as you see in the title, today's episode, PlayStation 5 BLOWOUT, Serverless Gaming, Cloud Vsync, graphic mods, machine learning accessibility. I got it all. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go through it. We're going to talk about it. And before we dive deep into what the subject matter is today, you know what I'm saying? The first thing I want to speak about is this. There's a narrative going on against PlayStation. Like, yo, what is PlayStation doing? They're not doing this, they doing that. And Xbox is making all these moves and this and that, this and that. So I got news today regarding PlayStation, and I got news next week regarding Xbox. Everything is fire on PlayStation side and Xbox side. It's crazy. It's stuff like that. So I'm very excited. But before we address what the topic is today, we're going to talk about the narrative. So first, the narrative about PlayStation not knowing what they're doing or not supporting indies or why they doing this remake or why doing this and stuff like that. So this is how I want to begin this, right? First off, when it comes to brand new games, it's not just rinse and repeat. Like, in terms of new games, just new games that we've seen. You got games like Bugsnax that we've seen. We got Returnal that's coming. That's a new IP as well. You got Forspoken that's coming, which was formerly known as Project Athia. All right, you got Destruction All-Stars that's out and stuff like that. So there is new games being made, and then you have indie titles that Sony is latching themselves to. And one of the dopest ones that we just seen not too long ago was Sifu from Slow Mo Clap, and a bunch of other games. Stray, you know, we could go on and on. So that's obviously not the case. So I don't know where the narrative come from about the indie games and not doing this and not doing that, because that's obviously not true. That's the first thing. The second thing is, what PlayStation could do better is do more social things, get more involved culturally with certain conversations. You know what I'm saying? I know that they have PlayStation Underground on their actual channel, but they need to do a better job at conversations with the community and creating content around the community. I do agree with that there. Xbox does a good job at that. Great job at that. You know what I'm saying? You see Jason Ronald on the Iron Lords podcast multiple times. Like, you see a lot of these things happen. Phil Spencer's there. You know, Aaron Greenberg is always around. That's my bro. Like, the energy is there. That Xbox 360 type of energy is there, and I love that. You know what I mean? So PlayStation got to pick it up in that area. I agree, they got to pick it up in that area. But what I really want to nail home is this narrative that PlayStation don't know what they're doing. Nah. First of all, PlayStation been doing so many things with fighting game tournaments on a regular basis. It's crazy, consistently. You know what I'm saying? And now they got Evo. There's a lot of things community driven wise that they're doing. They're just not talking as much that like how we would like them to. So that's something that they could do better. But in terms of their actions, yeah, they've been yelling. You know what I'm saying? So on Xbox side and on PlayStation side, they both doing a better job this generation. And one of the issues is people are very impatient. You know what I mean? We want what we want, and we want it now. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But at the end of the day, even when we get what we want, we still want more, because we never satisfied, and we always going to find something to complain about. That's facts. That's reality. But I just wanted to set the tone with that first. Now, let's address what the topic is today. Now, before we get into this, let me shout out everybody that's here. So shout out to Mr. Mass in the building. My dude, shout out to Miami Storms in the building. Immortal Black in the building. You know what I'm saying? Saber in the building. What's going on? So now, let's talk about what's coming. Now, the first thing I want to speak about is on the on-demand accessibility system. I'll say it again. The on-demand accessibility system. Let me break this down to you. So, the on-demand accessibility system provides enhancements for existing media to improve the accessibility to disabled users. Additionally, the on-demand accessibility system may provide aesthetic benefits and an improved experience for non-disabled users. Pay attention to that part. Now, furthermore, the on-demand accessibility system improves the function of media systems because it creates accessibility content for disabled persons without the need to alter existing media. Media in this case may be video games, movies, television, or music, so on and so forth. So the on-demand accessibility system applies to subtitles, text to speech description, color changes, and style changes to aid in accessibility of video games and other media to those with disabilities. This right here is crazy because everything I just told you is all dealing with machine learning and the neural networks that Sony has that they invented that's on their platform. Okay, now I know a lot of times people who say that, you know, like patents is always made, it doesn't mean that they're gonna come to fruition and stuff like that. And true, there is a lot of stuff that's made and then don't come to fruition. What I can tell you and what I can confirm is that this right here is real, and let's just say I'm connected to the reason why this is real. And here's what I would say, just so you can know that this is official. This right here, it was developed gameplay accessibility prototype using machine learning models during a company-wide hackathon, and that's all I can say there. And the patent was pending, now it's official and is granted and it's happening. And the part that I just spoke about came directly from the person. You know what I'm saying? So this is official, this is real. So this is just one of the things I want to talk about. This is machine learning accessibility. Now, one of the key things I want to tell y'all in what I just explained to you is that the on-demand accessibility system may provide aesthetic benefits and an improved experience for non-disabled users. What they mean by that is enhancement in graphics and things of that nature, right? So now let's go to this. Graphical style modification. This right here is very important. Listen to everything I'm about to say right now. You might want to clip this, you know what I'm saying? But here's what it is. Graphical style modification. Let's go. The graphical style modification takes the style from a set of images, from a set of image frames, and applies that style to a second set of image frames. Style adaptation may affect the color palette, texture, and background. In some implementations, the neural network may be trained to transform the appearance of an anime style video game like Fortnite to a photorealistic style Grand Theft Auto type of game. For example, a video game like Fortnite has vibrant green and red colors for the environment and characters, while a game like Bloodborne has washed out and dark brown colors for the environment and characters. The graphical style modification component may take the vibrant green and red color style palette and apply it to Bloodborne. Thus, the drab brown environment of the original Bloodborne is replaced with bright greens and reds, while the actual environment geometry remains consistent. So what do I mean when what does that mean in practice? So I'm gonna show you something real quick. So if you look at this mod of Super Mario 64, this is a Nintendo 64 game. If you look right here, that's the Nintendo 64 Super Mario 64 classic game. But if you look at it right here, it's the same exact game with a completely different graphical style over it, and that's running in Unreal Engine 4. But what I'm explaining to you with this patent is machine learning. It allows you to take graphical styles and apply them to the geometry of that game for changes in oh my God, in rendering. Changes in rendering, sorry. So I'll give you an example. If you play The Last of Us 2, right? At the, if you go to the extras, you could play the game in 8-bit mode. You know what I'm saying? You could play the game with different styles and stuff like that, cell shaded and everything like that. This is pretty much the next level of all of those things, and it's done with machine learning, so you could take games that look one way and make them look another. Yo, it's crazy. And one of the main reasons why that is because of the enhancements that you're going to see on older titles that come to the PlayStation platform. All right. So now, I hope y'all with me. I hope y'all still, sticking with me. Whatever questions and stuff that y'all got, save it for the end of the video, because I'm on a roll right now. You know what I'm saying? So save it for the end of the video. Make sure y'all jot down whatever y'all jot down so we can keep it going. So far we talked about on-demand accessibility, which is machine learning, and we talked about graphical style modification. Okay? All right. Now, the next thing I want to tell y'all about, and this right here, it actually relates to the blockchain, you know what I'm saying, to the crypto world. And this is serverless gaming, right? So let's go right into it. Serverless gaming, right? So we all know one of the downsides of online games is that they use server-based gaming system architecture. And the servers used in these gaming systems are subject to malicious attacks. Consequently, users can be scammed or otherwise exploited. We always talk about that. You playing Call of Duty or this other stuff, or the cheaters and everything, right? When engaging in-game related activities, such as, for example, auctions, trading, loot boxes, in-game currency, gambling, things of that nature, right? So now, what I want to do here is, before I go forward, I want to show you something. Boom. Y'all see this, right? Okay. So now, what I want y'all to understand, what y'all seeing here is what they call the consensus algorithm. So with this consensus algorithm, the reason why it's there is provided to enable the individual nodes, which is, like a person, individual nodes, to obtain consensus while maintaining privacy in the context of an online poker game. So the algorithm will enable these nodes to verify that the game is being played fairly and to determine the winner of each hand or whatever game you're playing without revealing any information regarding a player's hand on the other nodes, right? So what that means is that when you're playing an online game, it could be Madden, NBA 2K, Call of Duty, or whatever it is, you can have a serverless game architecture where it's peer-to-peer directly with the person you're playing with, and it's on the blockchain and is decentralized. That right there is crazy. So you could play games online and be protected from cheaters and things of that nature. All right, these is all new features and new things that's gonna be introduced. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm also gonna tell you this. Microsoft's cloud technology as well with Azure, and what Sony is doing as well is, it's magnificent, son. Like, you gotta use other words to describe this, It's crazy. But yes, serverless gaming. And that's just one image of that representation, serverless gaming. So now, another thing I want to talk about, and this is real crazy. And that's this right here. Now, as you can see, anybody here that doesn't know what Vsync is, if you don't play on PC or don't understand what Vsync is, if you're playing a game and let's say your frame rate is unlimited, it's going from 60 to 70 to 80, it's fluctuating and stuff like that, Vsync helps you lock the frame rate at 60 or 30 or wherever you want to lock it at, so the experience is smooth and there's no screen tearing and you still feel the response time locked in and is great. So what this is Cloud Vsync. What you're looking at right now in this image is Cloud Vsync, right? And what Cloud Vsync does is the whole purpose of Cloud Vsync is to reduce latency between cloud gaming server and a client. So Vsync will allow you to lock it in so everything is smooth even over the cloud. And the cool thing about this Cloud Vsync is that there's also an alternative to locally pull this off from the cloud, which relates to downloads and things of that nature. So I'm telling y'all right now, get hyped, get excited. Yo, all I can say is after July, like when July hit, like, cause E3 gonna be crazy, you know what I'm saying? But July, if I'm not mistaken, a lot's supposed to happen because there's some things that's tied to GDC. And GDC obviously is normally, you know, in March and stuff like that. A lot of things has changed, but things that usually go down at GDC type of events is supposed to be revealed in July. And man, you gotta do the stink face, yo. You gotta do the stink face with it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do the stink face like this with all the stuff that's going on. Now I want to show you something else. This right here, what you're looking at right now, is just deeper detail of the Cloud Vsync. All right, so I'm very, very excited for all this stuff that's happening. And when all I can say is this: everything that was brought to my attention, things that I've seen, things that I discovered, but things that was brought to my attention, like a lot of this stuff relates to things that was shown back in 2018. So I'm very, very excited. Get hyped. This is what gaming is all about. This is what we live for. You know what I'm saying? So this is what it is, man. So today we spoke about serverless gaming. We spoke about Cloud Vsync. We spoke about the graphic mods, and we spoke about machine learning with accessibility. It's about to go down. It's about to go down. And one more thing I'm gonna say: Mark Cerny is different, but there's some other names that y'all don't know, and y'all may not. It may not ever come out public on that level. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of behind the scenes people. But Mark Cerny is a beast, and we all know that. But there's some other people behind the scenes that if they decide to come forth and be more on the front end about who they are and what they do, I'm telling you, it's different. Sony's team right now is looking like the Brooklyn Nets and the Lakers at the no, not forget that. They looking like the all-time teams on 2K. Like if you get the all-time Lakers and the all-time anybody, like they looking like that right now. You understand? So that's pretty much what it is. So right now, I'ma open it up for Q&A. We're gonna have our discussion. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Now let's get it in. Shout out to Luke Roberts in the building. Shout out to Finding Fino in the building. Shout out to Marvin in the building. So talk to me. What questions y'all got? What's good? And why is Xbox in talks to publish Kojima's next game? I thought you said Kojima is bought by Sony. Well, what confirmation do you have that Xbox is publishing a Kojima's game? That's a rumor. You already know what I told you from what I was told. Sony already acquired them, and that's going to be revealed at some point. And there's a horror game that Kojima is working on, but I don't know if it's Silent Hill. You know, I don't know if it's that game. I don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yep. Corey, what's going on, Corey? So yeah, all the Xbox Kojima talk. I don't know where that came from or who started it, but I didn't hear anything about that at all and stuff like that. And just to provide even more context, around the time when Kojima was speaking about how impressed he was with the way Media Molecule Studio is ran under Sony's umbrella when it comes to how they have a small team. It's a small team, but they're so impactful and they got so many resources. That was very impressive to Kojima, and Kojima wanted to model his studio like how Media Molecule does alongside with PlayStation. And also Kojima Studios, Kojima Productions, it exists because of Sony's help. Like that wasn't done on their own. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so these are the things that I was told, and you know, we'll see when it happens, and that's all I can tell you. Let's see. LOL, what's going on? Dag, I missed the question. I'm sorry. It went by too fast. Dag is Jeff Grubb was the one that has published the Kojima rumor on VentureBeat. Oh yeah, that came from Jeff Grubb. So well, if somebody told Jeff Grubb that, that's very interesting to hear. But my thing is, did Jeff Grubb come out and confirm that it's happening? Because the difference between me and everybody else is, like, when I come out and say something, I confirm it. Like, I say that it's happening, then it happens. And if I confirm something that's happening and it don't happen, then I'm happy to admit that I got it wrong and stuff like that. But what I can say is that I've been right about a lot of stuff, like a lot. So, and I stick to my guns, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is. So if I tell you something and I'm not fully sure, but like for example, with the Days Gone situation, I can't sit up here and confirm to you that Days Gone 2 is going to happen, but what I can confirm is that Days Gone 2 is a game that wasn't rejected. It was, you know, being developed, and I was told and confirmed directly from Sony Ben that they had that the game was made to be a franchise, and that they have even in 2019 they had other things to extend the story and introduce new characters. And in the sequel is supposed to have co-op, and the horde tech that they created for the sequel was a big deal because they was going to use it differently in the sequel for multiplayer. So this is all confirmation that I got directly from Sony. So if I tell you something and I confirm it, that's why. And I'll be showing videos too, so you see me talking to Sony bit. All right, so like, look, you have everybody else, and then you got HipHopGamer. You already know I'm different. I'm a different breed, man. I'm the one and only. You know how I go down with me, son. So, Harold, you said anything with backward compatibility. Let's just say that what I spoke about today, there is slight relation to it, and I can't go into deeper detail than that, but there's slight relation to it. And the slight relation is it comes in the form of the graphical style. So stay tuned to that. Yo, Lemon is in the building, my dude. What's going on, Lemon? Hey, you already know how I get down, son. Word up, man. One thing I want to say real quick, you know, to all journalists out there and everything like that, yo, y'all can't be having fears about being wrong on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I see it all the time. Like, somebody will come out and say something, but it's a rumor. I don't know for sure, but nah, look, I'll tell you straight up. If somebody tell me something and I'm like, yo, this is real, it's official, and I trust it, I'm gonna confirm it and tell you what it is. If somebody tell me something and it's believable and I do my own research, but I don't got the confirmation, I'll tell you, and then I'll tell you that, yo, I can't fully confirm this, but this is something that I stick by, that I believe in, and I co-sign. Like, you know, I put myself out there, I put myself on the line. Notice how still to this day, people still got questions about backwards compatibility because this came out, but then this changed. Notice how Xbox One came out, and from day one, they didn't have it where you could put the disc in and use it, but then over time, you was able to do it. Why? Because of the Houthi method with the vGPUs and the vCPUs. That's how they did it. So y'all gotta understand, man, the physical disc, there's data on the disc that just allows it to recognize the system that it's on. That's it. It don't even need to be played from the disc. You know what I'm saying? Think about this, right? The server blades that power PlayStation Now, you know, obviously before how it's built, was 8 PS3s customized on a one big server blade. So how is it that I'm able to go on PlayStation Now and play PlayStation 4 titles and download PlayStation 4 titles or off of a PS3 network? Like, you got to understand there's things happening behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll throw y'all a bone. I'll do you a favor. Like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning Eastern time, go on PlayStation Now and you're going to start seeing things missing and moving around and things being, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I do this, man. I do this, yo. All right, let's see what other questions we got. No doubt. You're welcome, Harold. To hear what's going on. Do you think that Sony will buy new studios? Sony don't have to buy new studios. The way Sony operates where they work with you and they build you up to make sure you're ready to be purchased. Sony's not gonna just buy you just to say I got you. Sony's gonna work with you so as a studio you can understand the way Sony works. And when y'all have the camaraderie and the relationship is right and it's organic, then they will pick you up. That's why it took so long for Insomniac to get caught up and Naughty Dog and stuff like that. It's a process. What I can tell you is that most likely, like, I think Housemarque, Bluepoint is next on that list, but I don't have confirmation on that yet. You know what I'm saying? But just from observing and just my analysis, that's likely. Wheezy, what's going on? Seth, what's going on? King Mo in the building. You know what I'm saying? Senior, what's going on, Senior? Yeah, put like this. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's just keep it a buck, right? Do like PS3, the PS Vita, PSP, all these stores is shutting down and stuff like that, right? And everything like that, right? Okay. Do you honestly really think that Sony's gonna not preserve their games at all? Like, just not. Like, they're not. Like, they're just not gonna do it. Like, do you really think that? Like, come on, man. Like, yo. Like, be serious, man. Like, and if you need any help, go to the interview that Shuhei did and Mark Cerny did, I think, back in 2013. Like, there's a lot of things there. And if you don't believe me then, Sony themselves said the things that I'm saying, not to the extent and detail that I'm giving it, but Sony already made mention and said these things. Like, it was, put like this. You see how David Perry is not a part of so he don't work for Sony, right? Okay, just because he don't work for Sony doesn't mean he's not still doing things for Sony, and I know that for a fact. Okay, so I'm just telling you, man. Like, yo, listen, do your own, like, check things out. But I do this, you know what I mean? So, all right, y'all. So look, I'm getting ready to break out. One love and God bless. I hope this video was helpful. I hope it was entertaining. I hope y'all learned a lot from it. And you know, share it, put people on, because I know people who probably gonna take stuff that I said in my video and claim it as their own and make an article out of it. Whoever does that, please provide the credit. You know what I'm saying? Be ethical about it. You know, if not, I'm gonna call you out if I see it. So to avoid that, give me my credit, you know, when it comes to these things. And let's get it popping. On that note, one love and God bless. It's the one and only hip hop gamer, Logitech G, on your hot 9-7 every day. That's my word. The GOAT of the game. We out of here.